Hi guys, it's Dee from Backstage Beauty. Backstage Beauty? I just wanted to take a minute and do a quick video. I'll try to keep it quick, about Remy Hair. So this wig that I'm wearing right now is Taryn. She's from my Diva Hair Premium Collection. And this is cuticle aligned Remy virgin Brazilian hair, a Brazilian texture hair. So virgin hair, that means that this is the natural color. It hasn't been bleached and dyed or chemically processed in any way. This is actual virgin hair. So it's very soft. You can run your fingers through it. You know, it's very, very minimal tangling. And did I say minimal tangling? You may think, well, virgin Remy hair, why would it tangle? Hair tangles. All human hair can tangle. Even the top quality, best human hair you could get on the market, the most expensive hair, can still tangle. You know, there is some that doesn't hardly ever tangle or barely tangle, but all hair can tangle. That's the point of this video, really, because there is a common misconception that if you get a human hair wig and it tangles up, then some people say, oh, well, that's not real Remy hair then, because Remy hair wouldn't tangle, so it must not be Remy. But that's not actually necessarily true, because Remy hair can tangle too. Remy just means that the cuticles are intact or aligned, all going in the same direction, just like they would grow out of your head. They keep them all in the same direction and don't get them all mixed up every which way. So that, you know, leads to less tangling. Now, if you don't have it Remy and all the cuticles are going every which way, then you've got rough little, you know, shingles brushing against each other, and that's going to cause more matting, frizzing, and tangling and ratting up. But even, you know, cuticle aligned Remy hair can still tangle. It really depends on the type and quality of the hair. There are many different qualities of Remy hair. There are many different qualities of virgin hair too. So now, to me, once, you know, they take a natural Brazilian color that's virgin hair, and then the factory bleaches it to make a blonde. They may have to tone it, color it a certain blonde, or maybe they're making a caramel or a red or whatever. But once it's been bleached and dyed, that's a chemical process. So to me, I don't consider it virgin anymore. It starts as virgin hair, but then it's chemically processed. But a lot of the factories, a lot of manufacturers still call it virgin hair, even after it's been bleached or dyed. I just, you know, it's a term that they use. So it's something you should be aware of, that, you know, that's still considered virgin hair. A lot of places do consider it and call it that and sell it as that. I just think it means, you know, that the hair they started with was virgin hair, meaning that the donor, the person whose head the hair came from, had never chemically processed their hair. So if somebody's grown up all their life and let their hair grow natural and never permed it, never bleached it or dyed it or done any chemical process, then that's virgin hair. So they still consider it virgin. That's what that means. But there are different qualities of human hair, because it really depends on the health of the person whose head it came from. You know, think about all the people that donate hair, where the hair comes from. Are all those people eating healthy? Do they eat a healthy diet and eat a lot of protein? Do they get their vitamins? Do they eat their vegetables? And, you know, are they well hydrated? Do they drink a lot of water? Are they on prescription medications that can affect the health of their hair? You know, some prescription meds, or even genetic conditions, all kinds of things can affect the health of hair. Some people have very soft, you know, nice elasticity, bouncy hair, shiny hair. Some people have duller hair. It's drier, it's more brittle. It can depend on, do they go swimming in a chlorine pool a lot, because chlorine affects hair? So does salt water in the ocean. Or do they spend a lot of time working out in the sun and their hair is constantly baking in the sun and with no UV protection? You know, all kinds of things. Do they have hard water in their house? If they, you know, wash their hair in hard water all their life and got buildup? Or do they use a lot of bad products on their hair? Do they use hairspray? Do they take care of their hair good and wash it in a good sulfate-free shampoo and use a good nourishing conditioner? And they keep their body hydrated, drink lots of water, eat right. That all makes a big difference in the health of that person's hair. So there are different grades and qualities of hair that's donated, and that's, you know, used for different textures, like European or Brazilian. This is a Brazilian texture hair, but that doesn't mean it actually came from Brazil, which a lot of you probably already know. Same with European. A lot of the European hair wigs you see on the market, that doesn't necessarily mean that the hair actually came from a European person. It's a term that's used to describe a certain type and texture of hair. Some hair is more, you know, silky and fine. Some hair is a little thicker strands and denser, heavier. Some hair takes a curl really well. Some hair doesn't. Some hair is great for being straight. Some shinier than others, you know. Some has more elasticity and bounce. Some is naturally wavy. It's, you know, some has slight natural frizz to it. It just all depends. There's so many different levels and qualities of hair within, you know, Brazilian. Not all Brazilian hair is alike. There's really good Brazilian and there's really bad Brazilian and lots in between. And same with European and everything else. So, you know, it really just depends. It varies greatly. So there's no one, you know, blanket thing to describe every single hair. You know, every factory and manufacturer sources hair from different places and has lots of different qualities of hair. So the only way to really know is to test the hair for yourself and see how it feels. Can you run your fingers through? How much does it tangle? How easy are those tangles to brush out? You know, does the hair have movement? Does it have bounce? How does it take a curl and how long does the curl last? Does it dry straight or does it dry wavy? Does it dry with any frizzies and flyaways, or does it dry pretty silky smooth? Is it shiny? Is it dull? You know, wash it, wear it, abuse it, you know, curl it, flat iron it, use some products in it, wash it again, wear it again. You know, that's how you tell how good a hair quality is. A lot of it's kind of personal opinion too, and personal taste. Some people like, you know, a really silky smooth hair with no frizzies. You know, they want it silky smooth. Other people like naturally wavy, like Brazilian hair, like my budget line, that does have a little bit of natural frizzies and flyaways because it looks very realistic and natural. So a lot of it's just personal preference on what you like and what kind of texture and look you want, and how the hair performs over time, how it holds up after wearing it and washing it for a while and putting it through the paces. But I want to show you another example of Remy hair. So now, right now I'm wearing a mesh cap, so I've got my little comb clips that I secure my wig grip onto the cap, because otherwise that mesh cap, these elastic caps, just slide off of me. So, I mean, it's just, you can see it's sliding back on its own. It's gonna pop off. But anyway, this is my mess. This is my bio hair, and this is its natural color now. I stopped coloring my hair. In fact, you can see a little near the bottom from the last time I colored my hair, which has been probably, I don't know, over a year, maybe a couple years ago now. But this is all natural color growing in. It's kind of two-tone, darker in the back and whiter in the front. But my hair is awful texture. I mean, look at how frizzy this hair is. It's crazy. My hair's always been naturally curly, naturally wavy, and it has always been really thick. The strands are really thick. They're very coarse and wiry. And very curly, wavy, very frizzy. And look at this, under the nape hair is like Brillo pad. I mean, it's horribly frizzy. It's very dry and brittle. So my hair has a lot of breakage. I get lots of little hairs breaking off. I get split ends like crazy. And like up here, I don't cut this. I don't have bangs anymore. I've let them grow out for years. But I have a lot of short hairs that break off and stick up all over. It's just awful texture. Now this is Remy hair. This is actually virgin Remy hair because it's growing out of my head this color. This isn't chemically processed. It's not permed, bleached, or colored. So, and it's cuticle aligned, intact. So technically this is virgin Remy hair. Now, you wouldn't want this hair for a wig. You'd be pretty upset if you bought a wig and it had this kind of texture. So that's my point, is that, you know, don't think that just because hair tangles or has some frizzies, that means it's not Remy hair, because that's not true. This awful mess is virgin Remy hair, and it's not good quality hair. You know, I have some different health conditions and, you know, don't have the best healthy diet and am not always as well hydrated as I should be and all that stuff. So for whatever reason, this is how my hair is. And some of it's genetics, you know, it can run in the family to have curly or wavy or frizzy hair or whatever. So that's my point, is, you know, wigs can tangle no matter, even if they're Remy hair, even if they're virgin Remy hair, the, you know, best hair you can get can still tangle. But, you know, you're usually able to get those tangles out pretty easily. And if a human hair wig tangles so bad that it's actually matted and ratted and you can't work those tangles out, then it may be safe to assume it's not Remy, but it can just be really low quality Remy hair too. There are many different qualities. So there's always something you can do. You can, you know, use sulfate-free shampoo, use a good nourishing moisturizing conditioner, give the hair a mask or a conditioning treatment once in a while, or use hair oil like argan oil, jojoba oil, many different oils. I've sent out some little sample bottles of my oil that I make, that I'm still kind of working on to get some feedback. But, you know, any kind of oil like that, you want to smooth some all over your hands and your fingers, and then really like work it into the ends of the hair, because that's where it gets the driest and starts to look ratty. And then you want to go up under the back and then in the nape and work that oil through the nape and kind of pet it all over the hair. You know, don't use too much. You don't want it to be sopped with oil and greasy, but you want to get a decent amount of oil on there. Don't get it on the lace or the scalp. And then, you know, put that wig in a plastic bag and leave it overnight. You can even use heat. If you have a heating pad, you can lay it on, or wrap it in a hot bath towel and leave it sit overnight and give the heat and the oil time to absorb and hydrate that hair and nourish it a little bit, bring it back to life. And it'll be, and then you wash it, of course. And it should be a lot softer. You should be able to get more life out of it. There are other things you can try. There are at-home keratin treatments. There are different conditioners, masks. You know, some people use Olaplex. There's all different kinds of products you can try. But there's always something you can do to, you know, make that hair better and make it not tangle as much, make it softer, and kind of bring it back to life, make it usable. But whatever you do, don't throw away your wig. If you think that wig is just beyond repair and you're frustrated, don't get fed up and just throw it in the trash. There's always something you can do with it. You can, you know, give it a conditioning mask or an hot oil treatment or a keratin treatment or whatever. You know, read up on the groups, ask advice and opinions on what other people have used and worked, and try different things, because it's worth it to save the wig. You can try steaming it too. You can do that on human hair, just like on a synthetic. Just, you know, experiment a little and try things, because you can almost always get some more life out of that hair and make it usable again. And if you just don't want to go through all that, you don't have time and feel like messing with it, then donate the wig, because there's always somebody out there who could really use a wig and maybe, you know, has a medical issue and they're losing their hair, but they can't afford a wig. So, you know, you may think that wig looks bad and it's trash, but to someone else, it may be a treasure, you know. They may really appreciate having it. So, you know, there are groups out there like Wendy Kreitz's group, Sister to Sister, Blessed with Hair to Share. You can donate wigs there and they will distribute them to women that are in need, that, you know, can't afford a nice wig of their own, that may just love that wig and really appreciate it. So that's another idea. But I think that's about it. That was my main point of the video, is just to, you know, clarify what Remy hair is and remind you that the hair on your head is Remy hair. So if your hair can tangle, then a wig can tangle too. And it doesn't mean it's not real Remy. There are many qualities and levels and grades of Remy hair. So, but if you have any questions or, you know, need any help, you can always contact me on Facebook Messenger or text my phone or give me a call, or even on Instagram. Message me wherever and we can hook up, and I'll be happy to answer, you know, questions and help you out with any info you need. So thanks a lot for watching.